Hello, my loves. So there are two things that I want to talk about today, and just throwing it out there because they keep coming up with clients. And so just take it or leave it. If it doesn't work for you, toss it out, and if it helps, then so be it, okay? So the first one is the overlapping of energies that I talked about this week and how we're in the old and new simultaneously, right? And here's what we want to remember, and this is the piece that keeps coming up that I did not bring into the oracle reading for Monday, and I should have. There's this quality of the new energy. We can feel it, we can see it, we're experiencing it, we want it, we like it, it feels better than what we're used to being in. However, the old energy that we're used to being in is more familiar, and it has more of a triggery kind of clutch on us. And so as we're moving through this transition from the old to the new, just be aware of your triggers and be aware that, they may get the better of you. And just notice them, notice where they are, notice the edges of them. And it's like, it's okay to let them be there. And the best tool I can think of to work with them is just to breathe through it and just go, okay, I see you. I know you're here, but create space between the experiencing of it and the action that's going to come after. Because if you're too quick with that space of experience and then, that's the trigger, right? The like moving into action, you won't create enough space to notice that and then to do something different, because you want to do something from the new energy. You want to do something, that isn't from that triggered energy, okay? That's the one thing that I'm noticing. And then the second theme that keeps coming in, the planet is so polarized right now, right? And we just have, 2.5 more weeks before the election. And there's so much polarized energy and so much control energy going on. And it's like a lot of us, like empaths, sensitive, intuitives, we arc towards humanitarianism and change, and, we want to affect the planet and leave it better than we found it, right? So it can be really jarring and frustrating to come across people and, positions, I guess I should say, stances that are different, right? That might seem oppositional, that might seem negative, harsh, you could go into all of it, racist, sexist, like all the way down the line, right? All of these things. And it can be super frustrating to feel like, even if there's people close to you, whether it be family or, close people, towards you that feel differently than you do. And what we have to remember is that we can only do anything about what we're doing. We cannot change anyone else. Certainly many of us are change makers on the planet. We're light workers, we're intuitives, like we're here to affect change, but we can't control where that change takes place. We can't choose who we're going to affect. And so there may be people that are like never going to come on board. And it can be really challenging if those people are close to us and we love them and we kind of don't want them to like not get on the boat, like go to the new earth with us, so to speak. And so that can be really challenging, but just know that you only have control of yourself. And so the goal is not, I have to convince someone else or I have to change them in order for my thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and ideas to be valid. They are valid just because you feel them, just because you're breathing, just because that is where you are. So the goal is to stay anchored in yourself all the way down into your bones, all the way down into the root of your being, and to anchor into your own sovereignty and live that truth to the fullest expression that you can. Especially and in the face of people, things, ideas, experiences, energy that is different than that. So anyway, I just finished a session and that was really coming through, and I'm like, okay, this is it. Like, this theme has been coming in for several weeks now. I gotta just share it. So take that for what it is. I hope it's helpful, but just keep your focus on you. Live your truth, live it all the way. Let your light shine, but you cannot control where that light goes. You can't control who's affected by it or not. And some people are just not going to get on board. And there's just not a damn thing you can do about it. And it's a waste of your energy to do so. But also there's this really important piece about, shadow loyalty, like not holding yourself back until they get it. Or I'm going to shine my light just this much until they get it. And, with that kind of like childlike desire to be seen. And like, well, once they get it, once they're on board, once they understand, then I can live out loud. Then I can truly be who I am. No, fuck that whole thing. Be who you are right now. And let them be who they are. And, it's just like, we got to stop trying to control other people and tell them what to do, because quite honestly, it's a violation of their boundaries when we do that. We don't know what they should be living. Everyone's got their own karmic path, their own journey here, their own thing that they're unwinding or creating. Whatever their thing is, like, we don't have control of that, and it's not our domain. So love you. Namaste. Be well. Mwah.